Today I'd like to share with you one of my favorite programs, Photo Story 3. It's a free download and it's so useful for home use. You can put together a family vacation and add narration and add a little bit of music. Save it as a WMV file and send it to your friends and family. But where I really enjoy Photo Story 3 is at school. It's a wonderful tool to use for introducing a new concept, for reviewing concepts, as well as putting together classroom slideshows. So let's go ahead and dive in. I think you'll be amazed at how easy this program is and how useful it can be. To begin, I'm going to click on Begin a New Story and then the button for Next. This will take me straight to the page where I import my media. I'm going to bring in pictures from my computer to use on my video. So I will click on the Import Pictures button. I will then be directed to select where I want to get my media. I'm going to scroll down to my pictures and open up a file and begin choosing my media. Let's see, we'll just do some silly ones. Here's a silly one of my niece. And as you can see, it's in, ready to go. Let's add a few more. How about my other niece doing a cannonball? Cute. And can't forget my cute little dog Bo. We'll add him as well. So now we have 3 pictures added to our video. As you can see, that was super simple to do. And if you look up at this view here, you can also see that it's very simple to go in and edit these photos. This button allows you to change the color levels. Here is your correcting for the red eye. This allows you to turn your picture left or right. Simply by clicking the Edit button, you can crop. You can add all sorts of special details by correcting the color and correcting the red eye. And you can even choose a different look. For example, if I wanted Bo to be totally negative, that's how he would look. Or let's try the sepia. Oh, that one looks neat. How about a washout? I think I'm going to go with the negative for this one. And I can even choose this button here if I wanted to apply this effect to all the pictures in my story, but I don't for this one. So I'm going to come down and save the effects that I've added and close the Edit button. As you can see now, the picture has been edited and it's still included with the others. So now we've uploaded some pictures. What's next? Well, click the Next button and it will lead you to the next part of the program, which is where you're going to be adding your effects. This is where you'll decide how it looks. You have one more chance here to add in something special. Let's take a look at Isabel with the colored pencil. Of course, if I like it better the regular way, it's super easy to just go back by clicking None. But another feature that's a lot of fun on this page is where you can add the text. As you can see, you go in and highlight and delete, and you'll type your text. I'm going to say, Isa is so silly, because she is being very silly there. Here you can choose the type of font that you'd like to use, how bold, the size, even down to the color. Completely customizable. And then click OK. Now, if I wanted to take it to the bottom, I would just add some spaces so it's not covering up her face. So we've added our pictures and we've added some text to go along with our pictures. If we click Next, it will be our chance to add some narration. This is so simple, and I know no one likes to hear their own voice, but oftentimes you can add so much to your presentation simply by adding narration. To do this in Photo Story 3, you simply click on the Record button and talk like so. Isabel is so silly. Now let's preview to see how it sounded. Isabel is so silly. Now, as much as I don't like the way my voice sounds, it goes along beautifully with the presentation. You can add narration for each of the screens. Each picture could have its own narration and its own text. You simply click on the picture in your viewfinder here, and it will allow you to then add in your narration or your text. So we've got pictures. We've got text and we have narration. Let's see what we can do next to enhance our video. This is my favorite part of Photo Story 3 because it allows you so simply to compose your own music. Now, if you want to bring in your own music from your computer, a favorite song, something that goes really well with your pictures, that's great. But let's say you don't want to worry about copyright. You're doing something for school and you want to create a mood with music without going through all the trouble. Photo Story 3 makes that very easy for you because all you have to do is click the Create Music button. This is going to load an options page for us. Now you may choose from genre, whether it's going to be a classical, country, dance, funk, or jazz sound. And I think I'm going to go with funk for this particular presentation. You can choose the style. Do you want slow funk, urban funk, funk jungle? How about urban funk today? Then you can specifically choose the type and sound of the music and the mood. I'm going to go with electronic, and I want it to sound cheerful. That'll be my mood. Next, you can take a look at the tempo. If you're going to be adding narration, it's probably best to slow the tempo just a little and to lower the intensity so that it doesn't overcome your voice. Now you can play to see what your composition sounds like. Okay, if you like the way that sounds, then you are all set to go. Click your next button. If you look up above our viewfinder here, you can see that the music I just created has been added in. On our music page, you can also lower the volume a little if you feel that would make it sound better. And of course, as on every page, there is the preview button, so you can take a look as you go to see if it's coming along the way you'd like. But for our purposes, we're going to go on to the next button. And this is going to ask me how I want to save my story. What is my plan for this story? Do I want to play it back on my computer? Do I want to send it in an email message? Or save it for playback on a pocket PC or a smartphone or a portable media center? For this, I'm going to save it for playback on my computer. And I'm going to click Save Project, Desktop. And let's call this Photo Story, and today's date, which is the 5th. Desktop and save. Now what this allows me to do is to come back into this project if I'd like. I can add more pictures, I can add more narration. If I've saved it as a project, it's easy to get back into it and work on it. But I'd also like to go ahead and save the completed project, so I'm going to click the Next button. It will take Photo Story just a moment to compress your story and get it into the WMV file. But once it does, it'll look like this, and you can click to view your story. Isabel is so silly. Now, super simple, right? In about 10 minutes, we've added pictures, added text, added narration, and even composed our own music. I hope that watching this video has made you realize how very useful Photo Story can be. If you download this, you're going to enjoy using it for home and for school. I hope that this tutorial has given you a nice background and that you will have wonderful creations from Photo Story 3 in the very near future. Thanks for listening.